Hello Group 1, welcome to your reading. The first group of cards we have here are the Rose. Romance is in the air. And the Five of Wands. The underlying card we have here is the Knight of Cups. This is exciting actually. I'm seeing several different scenarios here. The first scenario, someone may confess their feelings to you, or you may be the one confessing. But what I'm sensing is that this confession comes after intense inner conflict. There's been a lot of emotional struggle before someone finally gathers courage to speak. The second scenario feels like an unexpected encounter, almost a we started off on the wrong foot type of connection. What begins as misunderstanding or even conflict gradually transforms into admiration and attraction. And the third scenario may not be the romantic at all, but you have the striking, eye-catching presence. You stand out, you rise above intense competition, and there's something about you that shines under pressure. The fourth scenario I'm seeing here, if you're already in a relationship, there may be challenges, either between you and your partner or a shared external challenge you are facing together. But no matter what it is, I see the two of you standing united. Even if your personalities or approaches differ, you can align toward a common goal. This group of cards carries such dynamic energy, tension, passion, competition, but also romance and emotional expression. Very captivating energy here. The second set of cards we have here are Funnel, Period of Frustration, Lessons to be Learned, and the Lovers. The underlying card we have here is the Star. This is incredibly powerful. Again, I'm seeing several scenarios here. The first scenario I'm seeing, if you and your partner are facing internal or external obstacles, what you are being asked to learn this month is true surrender. Let go of control and release resistance. Trust that everything is unfolding toward a higher good for everyone involved. The second scenario I'm seeing here is, you may be facing a major life decision. The cards are very clear. Whichever path you choose holds the potential for wish fulfillment. But both paths come with challenges. Why? Because you are being told how to maintain hope in adversity and how to let your soul's vision guide you forward. And the third scenario is similar to the second scenario, but here the decision has already been made in the past. But in March, you may experience self-doubt. You may question whether your vision is unrealistic. Was it just a wishful thinking? Did you misunderstand something? And the cards say very clearly, no, your decision was correct. The presence of the Star confirms that you have been guided by your soul all along. You are not lost. You are not delusional. However, in the Lover's card, the feminine figure looks upward toward the divine, sensing something higher. Yet she does not see the mountain behind her, which represents earthly challenges. And combined with the Star, this suggests that your wish will manifest, but the process may unfold in ways you did not expect. It may feel uncomfortable. It may push you out of your comfort zone. The Star card also have a meaning of divine timing. This is also a factor. The divine timing is not within your control. What you are learning is how to anchor yourself in uncertainty and hold on to the one thing you can control. That is your faith, your vision. The third group of cards we have here are Cracked Cup, dissatisfaction with life, together with the Hierophant. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Pentacles. Interestingly, I feel that many of you actually have a very good quality of life right now, even if you may not see it that way. There are people who envy your current position. You may come across as somewhat aloof or proud, but honestly, you have every reason to be. I see strong intellectual gifts and profound life insight. You are a natural-born wise soul. But here's the thing. Translating wisdom into material reality requires consistent, grounded action. It requires lived experience. And some of you may say, I've already experienced so much and I don't doubt that. But the universe, or God, or Buddha, or destiny, whatever you believe in, has an interesting way of teaching. It often uses very ordinary, even mundane experience to teach humility to those who are chosen. Humility does not mean thinking less of you, but thinking of you less. It means shifting your focus from self to the collective. Perhaps you have felt that past opportunities or collaborations or resources were low quality, or maybe nothing progressed at all. And that dissatisfaction stems from this stagnation. And don't worry, the Hierophant here tells me this connects to Jupiter retrograde. But on the 10th of March, Jupiter moves direct in Cancer. Combined with the bright, fresh energy of the Page of Pentacles, Better opportunities, better connections, and better resources will begin flowing toward you. The slow, stagnant period told you humility. Now, with a more grounded mindset, you'll be able to seize higher quality opportunities. But remember, in new fields or opportunities, you may need to have a beginner mindset. The final group of cards we have here are the ink pot, problems to be resolved, and the Four of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we have Six of Swords. The Four of Cups perfectly echoes the earlier message of dissatisfaction. The message here is very clear. In your current situation, the one you've grown tired of, there will be no further progress. Whether it's a person or object or a relationship or an opportunity, I see that you're already tired to be patient. You've given chances, but unfortunately, nothing has improved. The inkpot message is clear. Gather yourself emotionally, reset your state, and leave this disappointing environment behind. Earlier we mentioned that higher quality opportunities and connections are flowing toward you, and combined with the Six of Swords, this is your moment to move with the current. For some of you, if there was a creative project that was paused in the past due to lack of inspiration, March may offer a chance to restart it, but you cannot approach it the same way as before. You must change your method. The Six of Swords carry a theme of travel, relocation, or distance. You may consider changing locations or even exploring opportunities overseas. If this message applies to love, especially combined with the lover's energy, you might even consider international or cross-cultural connections. The archetype energy for you in March is the Queen. She has high self-worth, independent, dignified, and composed. This is the inner authority you are meant to embody. When facing opportunities, partnerships, resources, or major decisions, consult your inner queen. Ask yourself, how would she respond? How would she choose? With elegance and confidence. Wishing Group 1 a beautiful March 2026. I'll see you next time. Hello Group 2, welcome to your reading. The first group of cards we have here are the Staff. You will be taken care of in difficult times. And the Five of Cups. The underlying card we have here is the Justice. Alright, this is a very clear message, and it's filled with love and protection. If you recently experienced something disappointing, please don't doubt yourself. Don't question whether you did something wrong. Don't ask yourself if you were not good enough. Absolutely no self-blame. The Two of Cups, still standing in the Five of Cups, together with the Justice, clearly shows you did nothing wrong and this is not your fault, so you don't need to take responsibility for what happened. There's no need to spiral into overthinking. Whether it's an opportunity, a relationship, or a resource that slipped away, what left simply wasn't aligned with you. What truly matches you is either very close by or arriving soon. Justice is here to affirm. You will receive fairness. You will not be shortchanged. You will not be betrayed by destiny. So if you've gone through something challenging or disappointing, trust that the universe is fully supporting and protecting you. Don't let a temporary low point shake your self-worth. And at the same time, Justice asks you, can you give yourself fairness? Can you continue believing yourself regardless of external circumstances? No matter how the universe is showing up to love and support you, you must also trust and care for yourself. The second group of cards we have here are the Teapot, deep friendship with someone of the same sex, and a King of Wands. The underlying card we have here is Page of Pentacles. Okay, in March, you're going to meet a helpful person. This is someone you're not close to yet. You may know each other's existence, but there hasn't been much interaction before. However, in March, an opportunity arises that allows you to connect more closely. There's mutual admiration here. One of you may be slightly older. I see this person recommending you, introducing you to resources or opportunities, or maybe even promoting your work, your project, your service, or your application. If you recently lost out on an opportunity, please don't feel devastated. You are highly regarded, and the person who appreciates you may very well be someone you admire. And in March, through this helpful person, you'll receive a small opportunity or a fresh new beginning, but don't underestimate it. This small chance has the potential to grow into something long-term, reliable partnership with a very bright future. The third group of cards we have here are the key, successful outcome to your problems, and the Queen of Swords. The underlying card we have here is Knight of Cups. This looks very promising. The storyline is flowing beautifully. Perhaps the disappointment or setback has already happened, and at the beginning of March you are still reminiscing about the past. But the cards are very clear. Through the introduction or guidance of a same-gender benefactor, you'll receive a new opportunity, or finally find a solution you've been looking for. And with their help, your issue will be resolved in a truly satisfying way. The ending will not feel cold or harsh. It will be clear, honest, but peaceful and friendly, which is actually rare and precious. Because Jupiter will go direct on the 10th of March and Mercury will go direct on the 20th, around these days, you can expect emotional stability to return and your intuition becomes sharper. Your mindset grows more optimistic, and that optimism attracts favorable people and circumstances. The key emphasizes compatibility again, whether it's a person or an opportunity or a relationship or a resource. Previous failures were not because something was wrong with you, it was simply misalignment. When the timing is right, everything flows naturally, no resistance from either side. The Queen of Swords also suggests possible contracts, public announcement, publishing work, or revealing a certain truth, or achieving certain qualifications or certification. So Group 2, no matter what is currently troubling you, big or small, allow it to unfold naturally. Leave space in your life, and that space allows the situation to develop. And afterward, everything will begin moving forward on its own. The final set of cards we have here are the bow, plenty of material things, paired with the Six of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we have this beautiful Empress card. This is such a comeback storyline. If you didn't click away during the Five of Cups energy earlier, your heart must be blooming right now because this is beautiful energy. Although the bow speaks of material abundance, the Six of Cups shows emotional fulfillment as well, and is pure, heartfelt, sincere happiness. These cards suggest that material and emotional blessings support one another. Growth in one area fuels growth in the other. The Six of Cups with Empress shows several possible scenarios here. The first scenario is about improvement in your relationship with your mother or your partner, or with a mature, nurturing woman. And the second scenario is about reconnection with a childhood friend that brings both emotional and material rewards. The third scenario I'm seeing here is meeting a mature, elegant woman who feels almost goddess-like to you, someone who nurtures you, loves you, and helps heal certain childhood wounds. And of course, the energy can be reversed, so you may be the mature, elegant woman bringing love and nourishment to others. The fourth scenario I'm seeing here is about pregnancy and fertility. Whether you are pregnant, trying to conceive, or raising a child, the Six of Cups suggests a past life soul connection between you and this child. And tying back to the Five of Cups, if your earlier disappointment was related to pregnancy or children, don't lose hope. You may receive good news toward the end of the month. And the last message is on a soul level. In March, you may feel deeply moved. You may realize that in appearance, in your personal character, and your integrity, you will finally grow into the adult your childhood self once hoped to become. And you feel really proud. This is truly beautiful energy. Your archetype energy for March is the Goddess. Wow, we're just talking about Goddess energy here, and here it is. Regardless of your gender, this card highlights wisdom, connection to nature, vitality, sensuality, and enjoyment of life. And these are the qualities to consciously embody in March. This is a beautiful spread. Wishing Group 2 a beautiful March 2026. I'll see you next time. Hello Group 3, welcome to your reading. The first group of cards we have here are the Valley. Deep personal strength and peace that assure a success. In the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. The underlying card we have here is the Page of Pentacles. I strongly feel this is about changing lanes, shifting your career path, or even your lifestyle. You've actually done very well in the field you were previously or are currently investing your time and energy in. You've accumulated achievements, material wealth, and confidence. And because you've already built that foundation, you are now in a position to think about something deeper, like true inner abundance. The wealth and confidence you have gained so far have mostly brought you external security and recognition. In other words, no matter how much you achieve outwardly, you may still feel that you haven't fully established your inner authority. The appearance of the Page of Pentacles changes everything. This is long-term vision energy, someone aspiring to become the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles represents inner authority. As you begin the real journey to building the inner authority and actually taking action toward it, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse suggests you may step away from a field you've already skilled and confident in, or break out of stable but repetitive lifestyle, because you've realized that what you can control externally still doesn't give you deep inner security. So yes, your external achievements may be impressive, your reputation may be solid, your finances may be stable, but there's still a subtle restlessness inside. And now it is the time to build that inner foundation. For some of you, this also means restructuring your finances. Maybe you are good at earning money, but not as disciplined with saving or allocating it. It's time to build healthier financial habits. The Valley card reveals that this journey toward inner authority will awaken profound inner strength and bring you genuine peace. And that inner strength comes from breaking free of a comfortable but unfulfilling routine. The second group of cards we have here are the Greeks. Time to go out and have fun. Pair with the King of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we have Nine of Swords. So if you are currently experiencing mental distress, understand this clearly. Much of it comes from overthinking and imagination, replaying the same scenario repeatedly in your mind, trying to analyze every tiny detail, building arguments for and against your own assumptions, and in the process, creating unnecessary anxiety. These clues you are obsessing over may have already drifted far away from reality. If you are imagining scenarios that haven't even happened, whether about the past or the future, they are not facts. The King of Cups and the Grapes offer guidance. Hold space for your anxiety with emotional maturity. First, recognize that these worries are mental projections, not reality. Second, recognize that when you're in that state of anxiety, you're not emotionally grounded. Any action or decision should come from clarity and inner calm, not from fear or panic. The cards are clear. Go outside, take a walk, and connecting back to earlier message. Leaving a familiar environment is key to shifting your mindset. You don't even need to go somewhere extraordinary. Simply stepping away from the space you've grown too used to can spark new inspiration. It's almost magical. Whether you believe it or not, the King of Cups shows that you have far greater emotional regulation than you think. You are actually very capable of calming yourself. It's just that being in the same environment for too long has kept your emotional patterns unchanged. So try making physical or tangible changes. Rewire how your brain recognizes and responds to emotions. The Grapes card also suggests activities like fruit picking or light outdoor experiences, something gentle, grounding, and natural-based, especially helpful if you feel restless but still need a calm outdoor setting. The third group of cards we have here are Tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. Pair with the Two of Cups. At the bottom of the deck we have the Hermit. This is very nice energy here. Some of you have been or still are in a peaceful period of solitude. I see that the state begins to shift slowly in March. You can expect a meaningful connection to enter your life. If you already have feelings for someone, I see that attraction is mutual. There will be progress in March, but at a slower pace, and that slowness actually brings you peace. If this is someone new, there could even be a love at first sight moment. But interestingly, both of you will quietly understand each other. You won't rush. Instead, you'll communicate through subtle gestures, eye contact, small actions. The Hermit as the underlying card shows that this connection enters your life because you now understand yourself more deeply. You know who you are, and therefore you attract someone aligned with you. It may not move quickly, but it will bring joy and emotional security. This is beautiful energy. The final group of cards we have here are the Dog, protection from a powerful friend, and the Three of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, we have Six of Swords. This is pretty positive. If you recently started at a new school, joined a new department, or changed jobs, you'll meet supportive new friends in this new environment. Energetically, this person is similar to you, but materially or professionally, they are likely more experienced or established. During your transition period, this friend offers very practical help, sharing resources, giving solid advice. It's also possible this person is already in your life. Either way, during a transitional phase, They become your emotional anchor. If you're moving house or relocating, this friend may provide significant support, helping you feel secure and grounded. And some of you may even join meditation retreats or spiritual travel experiences, perhaps with a friend or meeting new friends during this journey. Overall, your social luck in March looks strong and supportive. Your archetype energy for March is the scribe. This is the energy of humble learning and deep study. I highly recommend journaling your insight throughout March. The realizations you record now may become valuable material for your future work or creative projects. Wishing Group 3 a beautiful March 2026, and I'll see you next time. Hello Group 4, welcome to your reading. The first group of cards we have here are Spare, heartache over what you no longer have. Pair with the Hermit. The underlying card we have here is the King of Pentacles. Alright, I see that some of you are still grieving at the beginning of March. Whatever the loss represents, a person, an object, an opportunity, a resource. It could even be a title or position. This loss symbolized stability for you, and it shook your sense of inner security. I see you quietly accepting that what's gone will not return, and beginning the process of rebuilding your inner stability. The King of Pentacles as the underlying card reveals the deeper meaning behind the event. You are being asked to stop seeking protection externally, to stop building your value on outside definitions. Instead, recognizing your own worth and capability, and take responsibility for creating your own happiness. If all goes well, I see you reorganizing your material life in March. You'll pull yourself together emotionally as well. For some of you, this loss may have been initiated by you. You may consciously decide to let go, a true decluttering, a cutting away. The things you release were once very precious, very meaningful to you, but they no longer match your current energy. Even if there's inner resistance, your wisdom, judgment, and execution power will help you move beyond it and take the healthier action for yourself. The full moon lunar eclipse on the 3rd is especially important for you. You can use that energy to reset and realign everything. After the 3rd, your energy gradually rises. You'll feel more alive. You'll embody a calm, grounded, confident leadership presence. The second group of cards we have here are Red. Someone working against you behind your back. Pair with the Empress. At the bottom of the deck, we have Seven of Swords. Okay, this is a warning message. In March, you try to stay low-key. You likely have very good qualities, admirable, enviable even, but admiration can easily turn into jealousy. Be mindful about displaying your wealth or achievements. Avoid situations where others could take advantage of you. Of course, the person working against you could also be yourself, especially connecting back to earlier message. You may have a tendency to focus too much on what you've lost and overlook what you still have. The Empress appears to affirm your abundance. No matter what you lost, it does not change your inherently abundant nature. When self-doubt or self-criticism arises, remind yourself, this is simply a normal human thought, not a fact. The third group of cards we have here are Needle and a Thread. A sincere wish will be granted. Pair with Six of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, we have Page of Pentacles. Very interesting. The Page of Pentacles has appeared in previous groups as the underlying energy, but each time with a different meaning. This group carries a very direct and positive message. A wish of yours will come true. The Page of Pentacles emphasizes that this wish is pure, practical, and grounded, and it will have long-term positive impact on your life. Perhaps a wish you made in the past manifests in March, or perhaps you plant a seed in March that will blossom in the future. The Six of Wands speaks for itself. Victory, recognition, admiration, and applause. Some of you may gain public attention. If you're already a public figure, your reputation expands. If you created work and projects, you'll receive praise. This is a beautiful outlook. You can apply this message to your own circumstances. Together, the Six of Wands and the Page of Pentacles give me a sense that this success comes rather smoothly. Saying effortless might be an exaggeration, though not impossible. But there's definitely an energy of getting twice the result with half the effort. The needle and thread also suggests that your wish, your personal style, or your creation may be niche or unconventional. You might not have expected such enthusiastic response. Very, very nice energy here. The final cards you receive are Wrath. sorrow over loss, together with Ace of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, we have Page of Pentacles again. So if the wish you made is related to what you lost, I see that what was lost may return to your life in a different form. The Ace of Wands represents a powerful blessing from the universe. Combined with the Six of Wands, there is a strong sense that you are chosen, divinely supported. If what you lost was achievement, certification, or recognition, especially if someone else gained it through questionable means, don't entangle yourself in their energy. The universe will balance karma on its own. If the loss refers to someone you cherished, even a beloved pet, trust that they may return in a new form of life, or send you signs to let you know they are happy now so you can find peace. I can sense that materially, March looks very good for you, even exciting. There are strong gains ahead. Emotionally, however, you may still be gently processing the past. But healing is a process, and you are doing beautifully. I see real progress in your healing journey. Your archetype energy for March is the Liberator. This energy calls you to free yourself, free from negative thinking, from attachment to past losses. Your cards are actually very bright. March is highly supportive for mental renewal, for clearing out the old and welcoming the new. From the Hermit at the beginning to the Page of Pentacles at the end, I can feel that after this March, you'll feel lighter, more optimistic, and full of hope. Wishing good for a beautiful March 2026. I'll see you next time.